So the first trailer for Titans, the DC streaming service exclusive series, was released recently, and man, what the fuck was that? As you can probably tell from the title of this video and the current tone that I'm talking in, well, wasn't that, how shall I put this delicately, shit. I really wish with all my heart that I liked this, and I really wanted to, but holy crap, Warner Brothers, you are not making this easy. I know that this will probably ruin any chance whatsoever of me working with Warner Brothers or DC, but there is nothing on this earth that would ever be able to make me like this. Now, I would prefer being positive, but judging from this trailer, someone out there working at Warner Brothers or DC clearly got the wrong idea about what audiences like about shows that take characters from comics that are usually light in tone and remove the restrictions of a PG rating in order to tell a story with a darker or grittier theme. An example of where I feel this is done effectively is with Netflix's Daredevil and Jessica Jones. What works with these shows is that Disney looked at these properties for what they are. As much as Disney can be criticized for Disneyfying more mature properties, they saw Netflix as an opportunity to tell stories that necessitate more mature themes without the restriction of a PG rating. They took the risk of potentially limiting their audiences with a TV MA rating, but did so anyway for the sake of the stories being told. Warner Brothers, on the other hand, based on this trailer, I feel looked at these shows and went, well, if that works for them, let's make whatever we have planned darker and bloodier, cause that's what the kids love these days. And instead, the entire trailer feels like that weird uncle who's always trying to be hip with the kids and thinks what makes you cool these days is being quote-unquote edgy. I'm not saying that they can't tell a story for more mature audiences based on these characters, but only do so if the story written requires so. This feels kind of forced and honestly a little bit cringy. I for one love the idea of Dick Grayson being pushed away by Batman because Batman's an arsehole, and you know, that resulting in Grayson's character having shades of Jason Todd. But the trailer wasn't subtle at all. This just felt like a ham-fisted attempt to make a statement that sole purpose was for the audience to think, well, this isn't your grandpappy's Teen Titans that aren't really teens because they're not teenagers, they're adults. Titans. Look, I don't like hating on properties that I love, but this was just really disappointing for me because Nightwing is my second favorite comic book character of all time, and they made him an unironic edgelord. But I'm probably still gonna watch it, cause I'm a shameless fanboy with no pride in spare time. Oh, and I know I didn't even bother to comment on the other things like the cheesy dialogue, or the lackluster special effects, or the abundance of teen angst, even though they're not teenagers. But that can be overlooked if something is compelling enough. You know, that's kind of my point. See, my main issue is the way that this trailer was presented and what Warner Brothers wants us to take away from this. A lot of the other issues would not have been so apparent had the overall feel of the show not resembled an edgy fan-made adaptation, and, you know, it's a little bit disappointing. Especially because I think, you know, when you look at this trailer, it feels like they have something, but they just don't know how to execute it properly without it feeling forced. Oh, and the Robin costume looks amazing, but the rest are all shit.